Hello YouTube, hello Twitch, welcome back to another how to play video. We are in with the Prince Rupprecht now. Pretty much like Schlieffen, a full secondary boat. The only difference here, I put extra for you, because a lot of people were, or not a lot of people, but a few people were saying they don't want to run IFHG on Schlieffen for fire chance. In this build I removed IFHG off my Rupprecht to play it on the fire chance side. Now, I want to make clear here, I still would take raw damage over potential more fires always on the Schlieffen. On Rupprecht though, you can run without IFHG because you have the chance to, you have at least the chance to fight tier 7s. What does it mean? Your secondary span without IFHG 26 millimeters or more. But 26 millimeters is the lowest. If you fight multiple tier 7s, cruisers, battleships and so on, you can actually pen them. Because battleships on tier 7 have, as far as I'm aware, of 26 millimeters of armor. Most of them. And the cruisers also have less. So, in that department, I completely understand this. On this ship, though, it makes more sense than on Schlieffen for me. So, on Rupprecht, I can see playing it without IFHG. On Schlieffen, I still recommend IFHG. Because, again, I'm saying it one more time. Raw damage is for me something that is guaranteed, fires are not. Yes, you have double the fire chance if you don't run it on Schlieffen, but you will still have these games that are completely cursed by RNG, where you have occasionally way more fires and then you still have barely any fires. Meanwhile, if a secondary shell penetrates a piece of armor, it will always do damage. That's the reason I take IFHG on Schlieffen. Here on Rupprecht, I see the point, you can run without it, but that's purely because you have the chance of fighting tier 7s. Now we're on Islands of Ice though, and we're fighting tier 10s, so I have to rely on fires mostly now because we're not gonna get too much raw damage. As an example here, by the way, we would be able to pen Conde with IFHG, we would be able to pen the Moine with IFHG everywhere. And we would be able to pen the bow of Mecklenburg. So there would be already a massive advantage having IFHG, which I don't have now. It doesn't change the fact that we're gonna play this ship very aggressive now, if possible, and we can still do a lot of damage. After all, we still have amazing torpedoes and we have working main guns. So I hope you enjoyed this video. The gameplay is pretty similar to Schlieffen. Although I think Prince Rupprecht is a really strong tier 9 as well. In fact, I would take a Prince Rupprecht, for example, over a Pommern as a brawling ship at any day, because you have better main guns, and you have better secondaries, and you have better torpedoes. The only thing you have less is HP, but you're also a bit more nimble, so as an example, if you want to save coal on a secondary brawling ship, just take the Rupprecht. It is, in my opinion, far better than the Pommern. And now enjoy the show. We're gonna go up here, support our team, and see how it goes. We gotta watch out, we have a Nakhimov here and we have a Condi. Pretty much first rule here is never show broadside to a Condi, because he can F-key us, and pretty much, even if he only gets pens and no citadels, he can pretty much half HP us with a F-key now. We have a few individuals in front of us. Castilla's moving to the left. I'm gonna use my Hydro, even if he has his Hydro active, because we can cover this entire area now. And I'm afraid that the Castilla might completely disengage and then we have no Hydro to the right. Condi is committing to the island. It's nothing too bad for us. I'm gonna launch my torpedoes here as well towards the daring smoke screen. And for now, our biggest or most important target will be the Friedrich der Große. Why the Friedrich der Große? Because he's the one that's about to go into our broadside. In fact, I'm already gonna turn here away, because we don't want to end up being here broadside to the Friedrich. And if we go over here, we have a potential crossfire. One of the biggest mistakes you can do in this game, in my opinion, is that you bring every ship you have in your team, on one spot. If you have every ship on one spot, you cannot create crossfires, and people can just angle against you. Plus, you're usually giving up a lot of map. We have a Libertad here, a Castilla and the Z-52, which is far more than enough. And with my move here, we might be actually able to even smash the Condi if he doesn't pay attention. Okay, he's moving forward again. Good. Friedrich is also camping behind the island. And we're just gonna shoot the Mecklenburg for now. There's no reason for us to go in here and suicide. We're leading right now. We're having a 2-ship kill advantage to 1. So we're just gonna stay here for now. Condi's pushing around the corner. He's fully focused on the Libertad, so we can support him now. Support the Libertad player now. Friedrich is still behind the island, so he can't punish us. Keep a watch on the minimap, so you know when the Friedrich is moving up. And here we just got to support now against the Condi. Again, no real reason to push in here. I'm a bit sad that the Libertad player is overextending and he's instantly gonna get punished for it. But that's something you have to learn. Secondary ships are not all about Wing in and die at the beginning. You kind of want to use them. You want to use that firepower eventually, but there's no need to throw away your ship instantly. The longer you live, the more impact you will have in the game. And later on, the secondaries will come in very handy. That was a really bad drop by the Nakhimov, by the way. Look what happened now. Our Libertad decided to push alone. Meanwhile, we are still here. We haven't had a ship advantage, but he just wanted to throw his ship away, which is a bit unfortunate. There was no reason to do this maneuver, but he decided to do it anyway, pushing into a kiting Condi and Mecklenburg and daring. Not really a good play, to be honest. We're gonna move up here. I've seen the Friedrich is pushing up. We're gonna pre-torp here because the Mecklenburg is also getting a bit more greedy right now. And we are about to get ready for the Friedrich now. Our Z also got caught in the Friedrich, which would have not really happened if he paid attention to the minimap. So, just another example of why you should pay attention to the minimap. Such a great tool actually to have. I'm gonna go upper belt here because I can't really punish him at this angle otherwise. And we just want to farm him now down with the secondaries. So let's see if we actually get the fires the people were telling me so much about. Right now we didn't have a single fire with 40 hits. So much to you get so many fires. That's what I mean. Sometimes you have these RNG moments where you just don't get them. But luckily we have also really good main guns on the ship. They are really underestimated because Rupprecht and Schlieffen have actually pretty decent vertical dispersion. It's just that the horizontal dispersion sucks. But I'd rather have more accurate vertical guns than horizontal ones. Good, we should be able to finish off the Friedrich here. Come on. Beautiful. Good. One more thing you're paying attention on this map is we have the mode arms race, and that means we have this lovely cap in the middle. Whoever gets this cap in 80-ish% of the time will win the game, because the ticket bleed is absolute absurd. What I'm gonna do now is already, since they're all out of position, we're also gonna go to the cap. Hope Yoshino plays a bit safe. Castilla unfortunately also kind of inted. We want to play it safe here again, guys. There's no need. We did an effective part in the battle already. We have a kill, we have 74k damage, and we have barely lost any HP. Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but you don't need to throw away your HP with a secondary ship at the beginning. I'm also gonna launch torps here. These torps will prevent them to go instantly in here. And maybe even hit the daring if we're very lucky. Let's go. Mecklenburg can't really punish us here. One other big advantage now being in the middle is we can collect all these buffs here, or my DD player can. I'm very happy that the Z52 is still alive, because we will need this man. I'm gonna hit the Mecklenburg here, he's pretty low. Our Yoshino should focus down the Mecklenburg now as well, and our main enemy is gonna be the Vincent now. Showed a bit too much broadside here, to be honest. I'm gonna turn away now though, because Vincent just shot, that means we have time to turn. We don't want to commit to him. If I commit to the Vincent, I would show broadside to the Mecklenburg and Condi right now, and we have no interest in doing that. I don't even need to be necessarily in this cap. In fact, I can just kite here and just make sure they don't get it. Again, to the lovely people who say fire chance is important, we are at 130 hits and I didn't get a single fire. I like this game, it pretty much shows exactly what I mean. Just because I don't run IFHG, RNG is still at my bane when it comes to fires. And as you can clearly see, where are my fires? Now, to be fair, this is very unlucky RNG at this point that we didn't get a fire. But again, it's a perfect example why I like the raw damage with IFHG. Because as you can see, we're at 177 hits without a single fire. Isn't that great? Now we're gonna need to relax a tiny bit here. Because we're getting pretty low slowly but steadily. We're also gonna DCP that fire, simply because we're so low. Daring most likely launch torps at us, so we gotta get ready for that. And once he smokes up, I'm actually gonna stop shooting. There we go. If we get a fire again, we have fast DCPs for now, still 2 left, so we don't really need to worry about that. Okay, looks like everybody's getting kind of unlucky on fires in this game. He should have also gotten one here again. Now we'll see if the Daring has Hydroactive or not, because if he doesn't have Hydroactive, he's about to get torpedoed. At this point we can turn in again, because Daring torpedoes have only 10 km range, so they can't reach me. And unfortunately, it looks like he did have Hydroactive. Meh. Now it would be cool if our team could focus down the Condi, because that's by far the strongest enemy ship next to the Nakhimov. So it would be pretty cool if we could get that super ship out of the game. Rune activates Hydro, that means he's covering my path against the Daring as well. Which is fantastic news, that means I can turn in now again. Gonna finish off the Daring now. Nice spotting. I'm gonna compliment the Z52 by the way, for being alive so long. He died just now, but that spot was very important because they don't have a DD left now either. Mecklenburg also just died, and I'm just gonna push the Condi at this point now. Marlborough can push in out as well, and we should have this game. Des Moines is completely out of position. Alaska is also too far away from the objective. This looks very, very promising for us now. And again, 200 secondary hits, and we didn't get a single fire. Oh, that's like the most unluckiest roll I've seen in a while. Remember guys, we have no IFHG on this, so we're not butchering our fire chance. Hey, if we had IFHG now, we could farm that Alaska way faster down. Classic example again. Another target where IFHG would help a lot right now. But unfortunately we don't have it. Maybe we'll get one fire though this time. Clueless. Yo, we got a fire! Can you believe it guys? We got a fire. After 220 hits. Oh my god. Crazy. 226 hits and we got a fire. Well, Condi is dead now as well, and with this, the game is won. And that's pretty much how we can use a secondary ship, guys. Look, we're still having some decent HP left. We used all our heals, we tanked quite well, we have over 2 million potential on us, but we didn't throw the ship away. And I just want to clarify that one more time. Just because we have secondaries, it doesn't mean you need to W instantly in and die. This is a perfect example how you can prolong the fight, you can live, and you can dish out quite some damage. Although, just letting you know, if we had if we had IFHG right now, we would do so much more damage. And I didn't even need to drop fire prevention. I could have just dropped PT for IFHG. So if somebody says, yeah, but you would have burned way more. No, we don't need to drop fire prevention. I would have just dropped PT. Because I knew the enemy positions pretty much the whole game. We're now going for the Nakhimov and get our juicy, probably very, very juicy ending because we can citadel him. That's a nice dispersion. Malbaro is shooting HC at a broadsiding Nakhimov. I love this player base. Oh my god, I love this player base. That's our third kill. And now we're just gonna end the Des Moines here as well. We're gonna quickly get the cap just for safety reasons. We should be able to get the cap before the torpedo hits me? No. Nah. How rude. And now we're gonna go for the Des Moines. Problem gelöst. That's a GG. 3 kills, Confederate, 185k damage, 2.1 billion potential. And that's how you play Rupprecht, guys. Again, this is pretty much a Schlieffen tier lower. You can see it like this. It's a fantastic ship, it's very good. It's one of my favorite tier 9s actually in the game. And I definitely recommend you getting it if you're looking for a ship with decent secondaries, hydro, and also okayish main guns. Because again, the main guns are not to be underestimated on those ships. Now, all we gotta do is chase that Des Moines, but at this time, at this point, even if we lose everybody besides one ship, we win because he cannot cap. The point split in this mode is absolutely crazy. So there's no way he can get the points in time again. Can I hit him? I should have given him a bit more lead, to be honest. No, we hit the Citadel belt. Okay, Des Moines is gone. GG. Good game. That's how you play Rupprecht. Well done, says Papa Fang. How nice of him. Good. Let's see where we end. We got an E, we got Confederates, Dreadnought, 3 kills, 185k damage. Nearly 2.7k base, pretty good. Very, very nice. I complimented the Z already, we can also compliment the Marlboro, why not? And now we're looking at the detailed report. We got 50k secondary damage and 160k fire damage. This number could be legit double as high if I took IFHG. We would have had less main gun damage then because the people would have died faster as secondaries. But we had Condi, IFHG would have helped. We had the... Oh man, I need to look at the team lineup right now. We had the Condi, IFHG help. We fight Des Moines, IFHG could help. We fought the Alaska, IFHG could help. All these opponents would have helped me immensely. Hell, even against the Mecklenburg on the upper belt, on the upper bow, to be fair. But that was a classic example. One fire, 257 secondary hits. So even if you go and build to your fire chance, RNG can screw you over. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like such content. You're Trenlass. Thank you so much and have a good one. Bye bye, my friends.